Yes, hello, YouTube fans and friends, and welcome back to our journey with U-616. Now, preview 15 gameplay. It's moving along quickly now. Coffee is in the cup, and we are geared in and ready to go. Let's do this. U-616 in the med. All right, if you will recall, we were in the midst of a bit of a pickle, trying to sneak away from this group of ships that have continued to hunt low and slow away from these baddies. They're behind me. And my plan really here is to just try see if I can ride a thermal layer above. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to slip out. If not, we'll go ahead and I think put the stern tubes to use if need be. And then if we've got to turn around and fight our way out somehow, we'll do it. Let's get him. Let's get him working the navigationals. We could put people in alarm. Go ahead. I would have him maintain tube 5. And let's try to do it fast. And again, we're going to see if we just can't slip out running deep. And then what I was thinking was running kind of like this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way, just kind of all the way out. Of course, the real problem for us here is air. Going to be fully depleted, and it's going to be less than 3.5 hours. Trying to use the props here, so does it tell me what it is? No, it just said it's that it's close. I think I'm going to put everybody in alarm. Thing's filling up with water. We better 6.4. Okay, that's actually not too much worse than it was. Okay, got those transferred. Good. Make him go to his command station. I'm not going to worry about helpers for him anymore. I want him on damage control. We're down deep, baby. Can you hear the boat? .4 meters of water. That's manageable at least. This is some white knuckle shit, man. I think one thing I'm gonna do, since I can get away with it, I'm gonna switch these out. Get him back to damage control. Then we'll do the same thing with Werner Hanke here. Back on damage control, bro. The other thing is, we need morning shift squad. We need more sailors. We need, yeah. Hopefully that means they'll join. And we'll have more guys available to help out. And as a matter of fact, I think we should. Let's get everybody to work. No breaksies, babies. No breaks for anybody's. And I think when you're under alarm, this is taken care of anyway, but we're going to do a little extra. Got these commandos chilling in here, probably wondering what the hell they got themselves into. Unfortunately, your friendly player one here is going to have to sit this thing out. So my idea, without starting a fight that would be sure to get us killed, is to preserve air by first running the vents and then rising to deck awash. When doing so, knowing that I'll probably get picked up on radar and have to divert course back this way when I go back down. And then when I go back down, I come deep. And here we are, I think at last. Could it be? Just as the air begins to get as low as can be, we begin losing the final contact. How far are we out now? What is that? 16 kilometers or so? I feel safe enough to come to the surface. Out of silent. Normal lights. Electric dive planes. They can't hear us. We're coming up, baby. Get out of alarm for now. Pumps. God dang, that stuff. When you get real deep like this, it gets loud in your ears. You can hear the creaking. Again, the sound guys in this game right now are kicking ass. Coming up. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up to flank speed. We'll get those engines churning. Launch ourselves out of the water. Yeah, look at that. Bam. Air freshens up. Uh-oh. We are putting off some black smoke, though. Let's go ahead and send these. And, you know, hey, we'll be on our way. Right? U-616. With another successful mission. We do still have some friends back here that may cause us some trouble. They probably can see us on their radar now. But now it's going to be worth, you know, whether or not they think it's worth trying to track me down. Hunt, you know, catch me up. I believe I, at this point, could run up toward Crete. And at least be able to run a good ways out ahead of them. And if they're catching up, then I'll bring the boat down if they're chasing. Hey. God, it's so badass when you actually manage to squeeze out of there. Holy cow. We could have made it a fight. We would have lost. We were too hesitant initially. Probably should have taken out the airplane when it came at us initially. Now that I kind of break down in the post-action, I would say that's something I might reconsider in the future. Maybe we get back and we upgrade to the next anti-air platform for the conning tower, and that helps us out in that regard. We can feel a little bit more confident if it's just one aircraft. Shit, get the first officer out there with a couple of guys on the two other, I think they're not Bren guns, but the German equivalent or something to that degree, with the extra flak machine gun. I think that's the one thing I might have done differently here. Now, I don't know if within the game that would have really made any bit of a difference, frankly. And that those ships would have showed up anyway. And if I would have gotten tangled with one of them, I would have eventually gotten tangled with all of them no matter what. That's kind of what I was betting on, is that the game had established this was going to be the situation. You were going to get hounded by a bunch of destroyers. And as history would have you do, as a U-boat commander at that time, it was best, anyway, if you thought you could do it, is to just get as low as you can, stay as quiet as you can, and see if you can't just slip out of there. Obviously, I have a whole bunch of player aids they did not have in reality, but glad to have been able to do the job here in game. The adventure for U-616 will continue indeed. So oftentimes I will make a determination here whether it's worth it to try and live by some of my own house rules, play by them, or not. I don't like to just hit this button and go straight back. At the very least, until the U-boat has reached what would be considered, you know, safe waters. And I would say once we get to within range of, like, I would say Crete and Greece. But frankly, I think I'm going to have to, for the sake of my own conscience, extend this to where we've got to actually in-game make it back all the way to this strait. And then once we get past that, we can click the button and get all the way back. Because there is still the chance that as we are on our way, we could tangle with some aircraft coming out of Malta to take us down on our way back. That is something that they would have really had to deal with. I don't like it that they would assume you could just make it past that without having to deal with a problem. So I'm going to continue the journey at least that far in mission here in game. As things arise, of course, I will make sure that I'm dropping in on it. Those things can be funny from time to time, of course. Looks like we got stormy weather on the way back here. Woo, yeah. Well, that's good cover anyway.
Halbe Fahrt voraus. Bestätige. Natürlich.
That's funny. That's a little buggy right there. You want to go over and do the radio, and it makes you think that you can operate the radio, and that's not what it means. Operate the hydrophone, so it shoves you over to the hydrophone. That's funny. Okay, that was cracking me up. Okay, got out of the weather, the heaviest of the weather. Nice. See, that's the other thing that can fuck you up that I could, you know, really realistically role play where I don't click the mission completed button at all, because the weather could always fuck you.
Navigation besetzen.
Navigations, we need s'mores. Ah, yes, and here we are on a foggy evening, July the 12th. And making our way. Captain feeling a little bit reflective at the moment. Plenty of cover. With the fog. Some cloudy skies overhead. I do believe. It may be a good time for another journal entry. What's that, Hazel? You know, I'm not sure if you heard it in the mic, but right after I mentioned the journal entry, she goes and snored. That was fucking classic. Thank you, Hazel. I really appreciate your support. I like to write. This is some, you know, I get to do a little bit. Don't look at me like that. All right. make it out of another tight spot again. No, we managed to make it out of another dangerous. No! Oh! To manage to escape almost certain doom, mind would have me believe, in this latest mission. It seemed simple enough at the beginning, although it rarely ever is in the end. That was certainly the case this time. The trip was uneventful along the way to the North Africa coast, but by the time we had dropped off our demolition expert commandos near enemy lines, I was wary of a potential encounter with the enemy. And indeed, shortly upon receiving our Wehrmacht demo dudes, damn it, receiving our Wehrmacht demo team back aboard, one of the men spotted from the conning tower a sobering sight: enemy recon aircraft. It was minutes before a pack of enemy warships was on the scene. We managed to bring the boat, I believe the decision to bring U-616 down below traditional safe depth may ultimately have spelled our escape. May have ensured our successful escape. We ran the boat at 200 meters depth for hours, risking suffocation and death in order to evade the enemy. At the peak of the action, at the peak of the getaway, there were as many as 6 enemy destroyer craft and ASW vessels hunting for us. We managed to slip them all. I am proud of this crew. I am proud of the way in which we have exhibited prowess and cleverness in the eyes of our counterparts in the Wehrmacht. I believe the success of this mission likely bodes well for our great crew. I look forward to our next assignment. Woo! Given a safe trip to Marseille and the comforts of home port. Godspeed as always. Bank. Yeah, man. Okay. You know, just a little journal ramblings.
Zeit für eine Auszeit. Pedorohr 3 gewartet.
For those watching here in the long form setting, I really do appreciate you sticking in. Once again, a reminder that if you hit that thumbs up button, it really helps the channel. Feel free to subscribe. Of course, if you have not, plenty of people haven't. And hit that bell notification to find out when I drop the next big vid. The other thing is, for those of you that hang for the long form content, I really appreciate you because there's some of this stuff that, you know, I kind of just do for myself, but that I just love to share. And the fact that there's folks who are enjoying it makes me feel like there's a little bit of a purpose to it too. So thanks for that.
Herr Kaloy? Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Okay. Pretty much made it back to the area where we can go ahead and bring it on home. Feel good about having made it this far. Success, baby. Glad to have success and survival. We'll go ahead and take it back into port. We'll make our way into Marseille. Mid-July already. Oh. We were riding low. We were riding low. So yeah, not much there. But we did get a campaign mission completed for 6,000 additional budget and 100 reputation. Excellent. The demolition team you discreetly landed near Alexandria has successfully executed their mission, resulting in the crippling of a crucial railway segment. Command applauds the flawless execution of this mission, highlighting the critical impact it has had on enemy logistics. This success paves the way for future operations of a similar nature, as the High Command is encouraged by your team's ability. Okay, so we'll have more. All right, 11 days, 1 hour at sea. We got an $8,000 base reward and another officer on board. We got all of our mission objectives, as you can see, checked and done. Initial entries in the log. Mission was a success on the way back to base. Whew. Okay. Everybody's gaining some experience. Crew experience is up by 75. Excellente. We do have some like automatic research that's happening. I think that's interesting. There's ongoing research in Hanover that could potentially improve the effective capacity of accumulators on our U-boats. The presence of an experienced officer would greatly speed this research. Interesting. So maybe placing you in it. So this is a position where like this is the research that's going on. You don't have any control over it. I like it. I like it. You're just a lowly U-boat captain after all. And if you have an officer who can help, that will speed things up. Very interesting. Very interesting. I like this. I really do. However, selfishly, I will say, I'd really rather just have the extra officer, Bruno Huckman. So, who could we give a break on the crew here? One of these party guys. Get him off board the boat. Wait. Oh, that's right. So, okay. We need to first go here
Verbindungsoffizier, um die Befehle vom BDU
to our
weiterzuleiten.
Klaus
Wie kann ich Ihnen
Schmidtman, the
behilflich sein?
commanding officer with Admiralty orders. New favors for me, please. We need 6 officers. We do have 2 points that we can use. Beautiful. We don't need another officer yet. Having headquarters influences would be good. Ooh, that would be cool to get. Adds 1 more mission to choose from on the mission selection screen. We'd have to really earn that. I think I'll save the point. Crew doesn't need a break yet.
Viel Glück bei Ihrem nächsten Einsatz, Herr Kommandant. Kommen Sie und Ihre Mannschaft gesund zurück.
Back in Marseille. Of course, we want to figure the schedule, of course. Tasks for the sailors. Clean it up, that's fine. No engines, though. Cooking, yeah. No helm, none of this. You know, we messed up last time by... Oh, that's actually... We probably want to keep this. Wait. Yeah. And then... Officier. No watch. We'll keep guys on cards. This is all good. Cool. And again, that's more of a role-play function than anything else. Just a me thing. In port, there wouldn't be guys standing out on watch. That's just how it is, man. So right off the rip, we're gonna jump in here and see what we can get to upgrade the sheep with. And that's again, we got the upgraded KDBs for a reduced price somehow in our last go round. Yeah, I think the next thing I was going to want to do was this next conning tower. Doink. Good. And then we'll also start loading up on some stuff. And we have to kind of remember, so these are interchangeable with spare parts here. Let's go to food. Let's grab that. I would really love to just get rid of this and replace it with some fresh bread. Thank you very much. For free. Booyah. More lucky bacon. And, wow. Okay, so the game throws this at you, too. Alright. So, one thing we're going to have to do is... Well, shit, one thing we're definitely going to have to do is run the damn pumps. Because there's too much water in the boat. But we're going to have to put the rest of these taters in here. Just like that. And then come back to the warehouse.
Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
And grab another food item. Let's get some cheese, baby. Let's get 72 of those. Booyah. And then we'd have another space for a little more ammunition, which would be good. That would get That could make things interesting on the next patrol anyway. Make for a longer one, that's for sure. Refuel that sucker. We don't need any. We really don't need any torpedoes, so we'll be saving money on that, saving budget. That's a good thing. Dang Skippy. Okay, so that's probably all good. We'll have 3 days off. Then we'll get our next assignment. I will do this. Since there's several fellas that have been on for a while, we're going to give a few of them a break. A couple of these guys. They'll get replaced by a couple of these guys. We'll have a couple more get to cycle out. Bruno Hockman comes on, of course. Helmut Seifert, one of our new recruits. And then our next two guys. So did we go from 18 to 20 crew members? If so, that's cool. Okay. I like it. All right. We've got everybody on board. We'll go ahead and get our next mission. We're doing this a little faster. Same thing as before. Excellent. Here we go. No, not the same thing as before. All right, so this will be different. We're going to be back down toward where we were before in the other earlier episodes, and we're back in the Mediterranean campaign, which I'm good with, and we'll end up doubling our gain for reputation if we succeed in this mission, which I'm also good with. Your order will be to travel to sectors CO4 to CO6 on the Mediterranean Sea and travel 2,250 kilometers inside it to complete the patrol. You may receive additional orders after reaching the area. The anticipated number of vessels in the area is small, like we've experienced before. The reward for successful completion of the main objective will be 6,000 budget. Additional objectives will be to sink enemy trade ships with a total gross registered tonnage of 7,000 tons. Successful completion of this objective will yield 6,000 more budget and then another 66% reputation, which would take us closer to 3 points or maybe 4. Now, there's increased activity of enemy aircraft noticed in this area, thanks to, of course, Malta. And it's good that we did upgrade our term. Let's select this mission. U-Boat will be off duty for a few days. Of course, breaking my own home rule here, putting these guys on the watch like that. I hate it, but whatever. I'll live with it.
Benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier?
Let's make sure that there's some last things maybe we
Sehen Sie
can't
sich die
get here.
Lagerbestände an.
Food-wise, what is there? Yes, so we can afford more now. And we can afford more of this now. And we got more of this for free. And that's all good, baby. Cool. That'll take another day. All right. Here we go. Okay, we got everybody on board now. I believe that we are set to go. I'm going to go ahead and do a save right here. All right, we'll go ahead and continue out slow. We'll take this moment. I'm going to make some more coffee. I'm loving this U-Boat experience. Thank you for all those once again who are watching along. We'll see you on the other side.